I'll change his face. Justin Gaethje sends an eerie warning to Ilia Topuria before UFC Freedom 250. Justin Gaethje acknowledged how great a fighter Ilia Topuria is. The highlight also directed a chilling warning at the UFC lightweight kingpin. Justin Gaethje has received 2 shots at the undisputed UFC lightweight championship in his career. He came up short on both occasions, losing via submission to Khabib Nurmagomedov in 2020 and via submission to Charles Oliveira in 2022. The American combatant eventually won the symbolic BMF title by knocking out Dustin Poirier in their rematch in 2023, but he lost it via knockout to Max Holloway the following year. Regardless, Gaethje's most recent fight saw him outpoint Paddy the Baddy Pimblett in January 2026. He thereby captured the interim UFC lightweight title for the second time in his career. He's headed into a lightweight title unification fight against Ilia Topuria next and has sent a chilling warning to El Matador. Justin Gaethje sends ferocious warning to Ilia Topuria before UFC Freedom 250 in a recent interview with John Morgan of Grind City Media. Justin Gaethje discussed his upcoming title showdown against the undefeated Ilia Topuria. Gaethje alluded to his wins over younger fighters such as Rafael Fiziev and Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. He also named fellow high-ranking lightweight contender Arman Tsarukyan as another rising young star in the 155-pound division. Noting that he's been beating the younger, dangerous fighters that the UFC has been sending his way, the American fighter appeared to reaffirm that he's earned his position in the upper echelons of the lightweight ranks. The 37-year-old said, "There won't be a time when I'm fighting guys that are older than me now. And every time I've got the opportunity, I have held them off. And they're all coming for me. So these guys are all up-and-comers. So I'm here for a reason. I'm here 'cause I'm one of the best in the world." Acknowledging his next opponent Topuria's prowess, Gaethje said, "I'm fighting a guy that's absolutely incredible. You know, but I have a great coach. And we're gonna have a great plan." Moreover, sending an eerie warning to Topuria, he said, "And I'm going to, change his face, just like I always do to all my opponents." Justin Gaethje inflicted significant facial damage on Tony Ferguson in their classic fight back in the first half of 2020. Then interim UFC lightweight champion Tony Ferguson's title unify fight against then UFC lightweight champion Khabib Nurmagomedov fell apart, as Nurmagomedov couldn't enter the US. Justin Gaethje stepped in as a replacement to salvage the UFC card and fight Ferguson for the latter's interim title, due to COVID-related travel restrictions. Speaking of which, as stated in his aforementioned interview with John Morgan, Gaethje inflicted significant facial damage on his opponent, Ferguson, in that case. The fight was hailed as a classic MMA war and earned Gaethje his maiden interim UFC lightweight belt via a 5th-round TKO win over Ferguson. Presently, Gaethje finds himself as the interim champion again and is booked to face current lightweight kingpin Ilia Topuria for the undisputed UFC lightweight championship at UFC Freedom 250 on June 14, 2026.